Have you ever found yourself questioning the subtle signals in your relationship? Sometimes, certain behaviors can reveal deeper truths, ones that we might overlook at first glance. Today, we're diving into the 9 subtle signs that could be sending you a message about the state of your relationship, especially when it comes to understanding the emotional and physical dynamics between you and your partner. Are you noticing her unusual comfort with physical intimacy, perhaps even feeling that it's almost too easy? Or maybe you sense an emotional distance, where vulnerability is avoided, and the depth you seek seems just out of reach. But that's not all. As we go through each sign, you might start to recognize patterns or behaviors that are worth paying closer attention to. Why does she avoid introducing you to her friends? Or why does it seem like her priorities have shifted away from you? Each sign reveals an opportunity to deepen the connection, or to understand when it might be best to step back. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with a new perspective on how to approach these situations, fostering either a stronger bond or making an informed choice about your future. Watch until the end to learn how to address these concerns with understanding and empathy. Because every sign has a reason, and every reason brings a choice, one that leads you closer to the truth about your relationship. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Sign 1. Excessive comfort with physical intimacy. In that first intimate moment together, you might find yourself taken aback by just how confident she is, as if she has no hesitation, no nerves, no doubts. It's as though she steps into the moment with a natural, effortless grace that seems to know no fear or uncertainty. This level of comfort can sometimes be startling, especially when you're expecting those small, endearing moments of awkwardness that often come with such raw vulnerability. Her actions might flow so seamlessly, almost as if intimacy is second nature to her, and there's a certain boldness in how she navigates each touch, each kiss, each movement. She seems to know just where to go, how to lead, and how to take things further without a hint of apprehension. It can leave you wondering if this ease and expertise might be a reflection of past experiences, a sign that perhaps she's had her share of intimate encounters with others before. Yet, it's important to understand that such comfort doesn't always point to a history of multiple partners. There's a beauty in the possibility that she is simply someone who is unabashedly confident in her own skin, someone who is naturally open, expressive, and comfortable with her desires. She might be the kind of person who embraces intimacy with warmth, seeing it as a genuine extension of her feelings rather than something to be overanalyzed or feared. Her confidence might not come from past relationships, but rather from an innate connection with her own body and emotions, a rare, beautiful self-assuredness that allows her to step into these vulnerable moments with full presence. However, if you notice that this behavior is more than a one-time occurrence, if her ease with intimacy feels almost practiced, and there's a noticeable familiarity to how she takes the lead time and again, it's natural to pause and reflect. Such repeated comfort could mean different things. Perhaps it's a glimpse into a past full of meaningful connections, or perhaps it's simply who she is, someone who finds joy in the beauty of closeness, someone unafraid of the physical connection that deepens emotional bonds. Either way, it's important to acknowledge your own feelings and thoughts, and to approach the situation with an open heart, understanding that everyone carries a different story when it comes to intimacy. What truly matters is how you both communicate and align with each other in the present, allowing your connection to be authentic and honest. Sign 2. Avoiding emotional closeness. In any relationship, physical intimacy may provide comfort, but emotional closeness is the heart of a truly profound bond. It is in the quiet vulnerability of two souls connecting, in shared hopes, fears, and dreams, that relationships find their strength and resilience. If she seems hesitant to delve into the layers beneath the surface, preferring to keep conversations light or turning away from emotional topics, this reluctance might reveal more than mere shyness. It could be a sign of deeper emotional reservations. When someone instinctively changes the subject or laughs off meaningful questions, It's often their way of building a subtle wall, a wall that can keep love and trust at arm's length. In her eyes, perhaps, vulnerability represents a risk she may not be ready to take. Many people, especially those with past wounds or difficult experiences, naturally guard their hearts with fierce determination. They may have scars that still sting, memories that still haunt, and fears that opening up could only lead to disappointment or rejection. When such emotional defenses surface, they're rarely visible in dramatic gestures. Rather, they reveal themselves in the small moments, a casual glance away, a change in tone, or a swift redirection to a safer, lighter topic. Her response to depth, to the raw honesty that intimacy demands, can reveal whether she's willing to take the plunge into emotional waters or if she's holding onto the shore. However, if this pattern of evasion is consistent and persists, it may suggest a deeper struggle with emotional intimacy itself. This kind of distance, one woven through time, often signals that there's a part of her she's not yet willing to share, a part of her she may even keep hidden from herself. Emotional closeness can be daunting, especially when past relationships or experiences have left a shadow of pain. But a bond devoid of vulnerability lacks the richness that brings two people closer. The depth, the true heartbeat of connection, is lost when only one person is willing to dive below the surface. So, pay close attention, not just to her words, but to her body language, her tone, and how she reacts when you express something personal or ask about her feelings. Does she respond with genuine curiosity, meeting your openness with her own, or does she dodge, pull back, or attempt to shield herself with humor or triviality? Look for these cues, not to judge but to understand where she stands emotionally. Perhaps with time and trust, she'll begin to reveal the layers she hides. Yet, you must also be mindful of your own heart. Give her room, let her know that the space between you is safe, but also recognize that if she remains steadfastly closed, you might be left yearning for a connection that she is not ready to give. Relationships flourish with mutual openness and vulnerability, with each person brave enough to let down their defenses. It's through shared fears, hopes, and the willingness to embrace another's imperfections that true intimacy grows. If you feel she's persistently withholding herself, gently reflect on what that means for you. Sometimes, a guarded heart needs time to find its courage, and sometimes it chooses never to step into the light. Hold space for her, but remember to hold space for yourself as well. Your heart deserves the tenderness of someone who will meet you, fully and completely, in that vulnerable place. Sign 3. Vague or inconsistent stories. One of the most beautiful and enriching ways to truly know someone is by listening to their stories, their memories, past experiences, and the events that have shaped them into who they are today. These stories often serve as windows into a person's inner world, offering glimpses of their values, their dreams, and the lessons they carry. Yet, if you find that her accounts seem foggy, inconsistent, or even contradictory, this could be a quiet alarm, a hint that she may be reluctant to let you fully see the layers of her past. Imagine a scenario where she recounts a significant moment from her life, but when she brings it up again later, her version changes, leaving you puzzled. Or perhaps, when you ask about a previous relationship or an important time in her life, her response feels evasive, or she shifts the details each time she mentions it. These subtle inconsistencies might feel small at first, but they can accumulate, leaving you with a growing sense of unease. You may find yourself wondering if she's holding something back, or even questioning the authenticity of what she's chosen to share. Trust, after all, is built not just on what is said but on the alignment between words and actions, between stories and reality. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. It's natural that some people, especially those who may have experienced hurt or betrayal, hesitate to fully disclose their past. They may fear judgment, or they might have built protective walls around certain memories to avoid reliving pain. The hesitation to open up entirely can also stem from a belief that the past is irrelevant to who they are today, that focusing on the present is what truly matters. And in many cases, this can be a healthy approach. However, when vagueness and shifts in her stories become consistent, when her past feels like a puzzle you can't quite piece together, It may indicate a reluctance to establish the transparency that a strong relationship needs. Such inconsistencies, even when subtle, have the potential to create an undercurrent of distrust. The small questions in your mind, those moments of doubt, can slowly erode the sense of security and openness you both desire. Over time, this can place strain on your bond, as trust is the bedrock of any meaningful relationship. Without it, misunderstandings can arise more easily, and the foundation you're building may start to feel less stable. A relationship thrives when two people feel they can be fully seen, known, and accepted by each other, past and all. If this lingering vagueness begins to unsettle you, it's crucial to approach the matter with kindness and openness. Create a space where she feels safe enough to be honest, where she knows that her past won't be met with judgment, but with understanding. Gently express that clarity is important to you, that knowing each other fully can deepen the bond you both share. Sometimes, an open-hearted conversation can dissolve walls and reveal the truths hidden behind them, fostering a trust that grows even stronger. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on honesty, transparency, and the courage to reveal one's true self, scars and all. If she finds it hard to let you into her past, reassure her that her story, in all its imperfections, is safe with you. And while you're there to hold space for her truth, also remember that your own peace matters. You deserve to build a connection rooted in authenticity, one where both of you can stand confidently, knowing you've shared who you really are. In the end, love thrives not in secrecy, but in the light of openness and the warmth of genuine connection. Sign 3. Vague or inconsistent stories. One of the most beautiful and enriching ways to truly know someone is by listening to their stories, their memories, past experiences, and the events that have shaped them into who they are today. These stories often serve as windows into a person's inner world, offering glimpses of their values, their dreams, and the lessons they carry. Yet, if you find that her accounts seem foggy, inconsistent, or even contradictory, this could be a quiet alarm, a hint that she may be reluctant to let you fully see the layers of her past. Imagine a scenario where she recounts a significant moment from her life, but when she brings it up again later, her version changes, leaving you puzzled. Or perhaps, when you ask about a previous relationship or an important time in her life, her response feels evasive, or she shifts the details each time she mentions it. These subtle inconsistencies might feel small at first, but they can accumulate, leaving you with a growing sense of unease. You may find yourself wondering if she's holding something back, or even questioning the authenticity of what she's chosen to share. Trust, after all, is built not just on what is said but on the alignment between words and actions, between stories and reality. It's natural that some people, especially those who may have experienced hurt or betrayal, hesitate to fully disclose their past. They may fear judgment, or they might have built protective walls around certain memories to avoid reliving pain. The hesitation to open up entirely can also stem from a belief that the past is irrelevant to who they are today, that focusing on the present is what truly matters. And in many cases, this can be a healthy approach. However, when vagueness and shifts in her stories become consistent, when her past feels like a puzzle you can't quite piece together, it may indicate a reluctance to establish the transparency that a strong relationship needs. Such inconsistencies, even when subtle, have the potential to create an undercurrent of distrust. The small questions in your mind, those moments of doubt, can slowly erode the sense of security and openness you both desire. Over time, this can place strain on your bond, as trust is the bedrock of any meaningful relationship. Without it, misunderstandings can arise more easily, and the foundation you're building may start to feel less stable. A relationship thrives when two people feel they can be fully seen, known, and accepted by each other, past and all. If this lingering vagueness begins to unsettle you, it's crucial to approach the matter with kindness and openness. Create a space where she feels safe enough to be honest, where she knows that her past won't be met with judgment, but with understanding. Gently express that clarity is important to you, that knowing each other fully can deepen the bond you both share. Sometimes, an open-hearted conversation can dissolve walls and reveal the truths hidden behind them, fostering a trust that grows even stronger. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on honesty, transparency, and the courage to reveal one's true self, scars and all. If she finds it hard to let you into her past, reassure her that her story, in all its imperfections, is safe with you. And while you're there to hold space for her truth, also remember that your own peace matters. You deserve to build a connection rooted in authenticity, one where both of you can stand confidently, knowing you've shared who you really are. In the end, love thrives not in secrecy, but in the light of openness and the warmth of genuine connection. Sign 5. Comparisons with former partners. Entering a new relationship is meant to be a journey of discovery, where two people build something unique, free from the shadows of the past. However, if she frequently brings up her ex-partners, drawing comparisons between you and them, it may indicate that she still carries emotional ties to past relationships. These comparisons, even when subtle, can disrupt the sense of individuality and respect you both deserve in this new bond. Imagine sharing a light-hearted moment, only for her to mention how her ex once reacted differently, or to compare a trait of yours to theirs. Such remarks can create a sense of inadequacy, making you feel like you're being held to a standard you didn't sign up for, one set by someone who no longer occupies her life but still lingers in her mind. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. These comments, whether intentional or not, can chip away at your confidence and even affect your self-esteem. They imply that, rather than seeing you for who you truly are, she views you through the lens of her past experiences. This habit can gradually plant seeds of insecurity, making you wonder if you're truly being valued for who you are or merely as a comparison point to someone else. A healthy relationship is about building a connection rooted in the present, free from the past echoes that can cloud appreciation for each other's unique qualities. If you find these comparisons bothering you, it's important to express how they make you feel. Approach the conversation with understanding, letting her know that while everyone has a history, you hope to create something distinctly yours with her. Observe her reaction, whether she acknowledges your feelings and makes an effort to shift her perspective. A true partnership is about valuing each other for who you are in the here and now, not for how you measure up against ghosts from the past. Sign 6. Excessive privacy with her phone. In a relationship built on trust, a phone should feel like a regular object, not a source of secrecy. However, if she's overly protective of her phone, constantly placing it face down on the table or switching screens quickly when you're nearby, it could stir up feelings of doubt. While everyone deserves their privacy and has the right to manage their personal conversations, an excessive sense of secrecy can create an undercurrent of suspicion that's hard to ignore. The privacy we hold over our digital lives often reflects our desire for boundaries, but if these boundaries feel like walls, they might prevent true openness from developing. You might find yourself questioning why she's so guarded. Is it simply her personality, or is there something she feels the need to keep hidden? These moments, though they may seem minor, can make you wonder if there's a lack of transparency in your relationship, a quality that's essential for building trust. It's completely natural to feel uncomfortable if you sense that something important is being concealed, especially if her phone habits seem to indicate more than just a desire for privacy. If her behavior with her phone creates an atmosphere of unease, consider bringing it up in a calm, understanding way. Express how this excessive privacy makes you feel and encourage an honest conversation about it. A relationship rooted in trust and transparency should be free of frequent moments of doubt or suspicion. If, despite your efforts to communicate openly, her behavior doesn't change, you may want to reflect on whether this level of secrecy aligns with your vision for a long-term relationship. Sign 7. Excessive focus on physical appearance. Taking pride in one's appearance is perfectly natural and often reflects self-respect. However, if she seems preoccupied with her looks, constantly checking her reflection, seeking validation, or comparing herself and others, it could suggest a deeper fixation on physical appearance. Such a focus can sometimes be rooted in past experiences where appearance was highly valued, possibly influencing her to prioritize superficial aspects in relationships. While everyone deserves to feel attractive and confident, this intense focus on looks may overshadow the deeper qualities that build a meaningful bond. Imagine spending time together, hoping to discuss life goals, dreams, or values. only to find that the conversation continually drifts toward physical appearances, either hers or others. This could leave you feeling sidelined or even unappreciated, as though your deeper thoughts and emotions aren't seen as valuable. A relationship thrives on emotional connection, on the sense that your partner values your inner world as much as, if not more than, your outer appearance. Without that emotional depth, even the most physically appealing relationship can feel hollow over time. If her focus on appearance begins to overshadow the deeper aspects of your relationship, it's essential to express how this makes you feel. Gently share your desire for a connection that goes beyond the superficial, a bond rooted in values, dreams, and meaningful conversation. Notice whether she's receptive to this feedback, and if she's willing to embrace a broader perspective. A truly fulfilling relationship balances appreciation for outer beauty with a profound respect for inner character, cultivating a connection that withstands the test of time. Sign 8. Avoids introducing you to her friends. Meeting your partner's friends is an essential milestone in any relationship. It's a moment that signifies trust, acceptance, and pride, allowing you to step into her world and understand more about the people who mean the most to her. When she introduces you to her friends, it's a clear message that you're important to her and that she values your presence in her life. Being welcomed into her social circle creates a sense of unity and belonging, solidifying the bond between you. However, if she consistently avoids introducing you to her friends or finds ways to dodge the topic, it can feel like a red flag. Imagine each time you bring it up, she skillfully redirects the conversation or offers an excuse, saying, "It's not the right time," or "My friends can be a bit overwhelming." In the beginning, you might accept these explanations, understanding that some people are naturally private and may prefer to keep certain aspects of their life separate until they feel more secure. But as time goes on and the topic continues to be evaded, it can raise doubts about her openness and intentions. When someone avoids letting you meet their friends, it may indicate something more significant at play. Perhaps there are aspects of her past or her friendships that she's not ready to reveal. Maybe there's a complicated dynamic or an unresolved relationship with someone in her social circle that she's afraid will come to light. Or it could be that she's not entirely certain about the relationship and, therefore, hesitant to introduce you as a committed partner. Whatever the reason, a lack of transparency in this area can create feelings of exclusion, as if you're being held at arm's length rather than fully embraced as part of her life. In a healthy relationship, openness and inclusivity should come naturally. You deserve to feel confident in your place in her world, not like an outsider looking in. If her continued reluctance makes you uncomfortable, consider having an open conversation about it. Express your feelings calmly, letting her know that meeting her friends would mean a lot to you because it signifies trust and connection. Observe her response, whether she genuinely listens and makes an effort to include you, or whether she remains guarded, avoiding the topic without a clear explanation. If she's willing to work with you and gradually integrate you into her social life, this can be a positive sign that she values the relationship. But if she continues to evade the topic, it may suggest a deeper hesitation to commit fully. Being part of each other's lives should feel natural and joyful, not guarded and uncertain. If you feel persistently shut out, reflect on what this might mean for your future together. A relationship should make you feel seen and valued, with both partners eager to share every aspect of life, including friendships and memories. Sign 9. Her priorities change, and you start to be excluded. At the beginning of a relationship, the excitement and anticipation to spend time together are at their peak. The desire to share moments, create memories, and prioritize each other is almost effortless, a reflection of the affection and connection you're building. However, as time passes, the initial novelty naturally fades, and both partners settle into a rhythm. This is where the real dynamics of commitment reveal themselves, when it's no longer just about the thrill but about consistently choosing each other amid life's responsibilities. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. If you begin to notice that her priorities are shifting and you find yourself being pushed to the bottom of her list, it may indicate a change in her feelings or focus. Perhaps she's begun dedicating more time to new friends, hobbies, or activities that don't involve you. At first, you might understand, thinking she's simply trying to balance her personal life with other commitments. However, if these instances become a regular pattern and you start to feel more excluded than included, it can signify a deeper issue. Imagine her previously sharing plans and looking forward to seeing you, but now she's frequently busy with other people, and you're no longer part of her primary social circle. It could start with her rescheduling a date or skipping out on plans you've made together, but eventually, it feels like you're consistently left out of her world. The once shared excitement to connect begins to fade, replaced by a sense of distance that can be difficult to bridge. If you're experiencing this shift, it's crucial to address it openly. Let her know how this change makes you feel. Express your desire to understand why the time you once shared has become less of a priority. In a healthy relationship, both partners should feel valued and included, each playing an active role in each other's lives. When you discuss your feelings, approach it from a place of understanding, but also pay attention to her response. If she genuinely values the relationship, she'll work to re-establish that sense of togetherness. She may explain her perspective, offering reassurance that, despite her busy schedule, you are still an essential part of her life. However, if her answers feel dismissive or if you notice a continued lack of effort to include you, it might suggest a decrease in her commitment. Relationships require balance, where both partners make time for each other while still respecting individual pursuits. If she's drifting further away without showing interest in maintaining the connection, it's worth reflecting on whether this relationship is truly fulfilling your needs. A meaningful bond is one where both individuals feel cherished and prioritized, even as life's demands change. You deserve to be with someone who values your presence and continuously makes room for you in their life. Final reflection. Being in a relationship should be an enriching experience that fosters growth, security, and genuine happiness. These 9 signs are not meant to cast judgment, but to help you recognize patterns that may affect your well-being and emotional fulfillment. Every relationship is unique, with each partner bringing their own history, habits, and personal boundaries. While some of these signs might reflect individual quirks, others could indicate a lack of alignment in values, priorities, or commitment. Before jumping to conclusions, remember that each of these signs could have various explanations. An individual's behavior might stem from personal insecurities, past experiences, or simply a need for time to adjust. Relationships are built on the foundation of open communication, mutual respect, and empathy. Talking honestly about your feelings and concerns can often dispel misunderstandings and strengthen your bond. A partner who truly cares will be willing to listen, to meet you halfway, and to work toward a shared vision of trust and connection. If you find that she's open to discussing these concerns and shows a genuine willingness to grow together, you might be in a relationship worth nurturing and strengthening. Through mutual effort, patience, and understanding, both of you can navigate challenges and deepen your connection, creating a partnership that thrives on authenticity and mutual respect. However, if these signs persist despite your efforts to communicate, and if you find yourself feeling undervalued or emotionally distant, it may be time to consider whether this relationship aligns with your needs and long-term goals. It's essential to prioritize your own happiness, self-worth, and peace of mind. Seeking a relationship that brings you joy, respect, and a deep sense of belonging is not only your right but a reflection of your self-respect and understanding of your worth. Ultimately, a fulfilling relationship is one where both partners feel secure, valued, and free to grow together. If these qualities are present, you can look forward to a future filled with shared dreams and unwavering support. But if you find that these signs point to an enduring misalignment, it's okay to move forward. Love is about finding someone who celebrates your presence, honors your individuality, and works together with you to build a life where both of you feel truly valued. Trust that you deserve nothing less than a partnership that enriches your life and makes you feel cherished every step of the way. Now that we've explored these 9 signs, take a moment to reflect. What have you learned? What's one insight you'll carry forward in your relationships? Comment below on one thing you've learned and plan to put into practice. And if you found value in this video, please leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on relationships, understanding, and self-growth. Your support helps us keep creating content that brings clarity and connection to your life. Thank you for watching.